Good morning, Southland Regional Association of Realtors and everybody else. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. My name is MacIvor with Sync Brokerage out of Santa Clarita, and I want to start by being completely transparent with you. I'm not here to show you some flashy tech tricks, nor am I here to dump 50 new apps on your phone. Now, if you've been to any tech webinars lately, you have probably felt your brain explode with shiny object information overload. Today, we're going to strip away the noise, and I'm going to give you a pragmatic, highly functional blueprint for your business, something you can actually go home, plug in, and employ today to buy back your time. You can secure more listings and dominate your local market. This talk is built on three core pillars: systems, speed, and human leverage. Now, before we talk about execution, we need to understand what artificial intelligence actually is, how it briefly started, and how it works to the best of our understanding. Most agents fail with AI because they treat it like traditional software. They treat it like a digital vending machine. They open up ChatGPT or Claude and they type in a cheap prompt like, write me an MLS description, and they press enter and they expect a miracle or a miracle. And when the machine spits out robotic, fluffy text full of cliches like stunning kitchen and nestled in a quiet cul-de-sac and light and bright, open and airy, contractor's paradise, and so on, they say AI doesn't work, and then they give up. But AI is not a vending machine. Traditional software is hard-coded. It only does exactly what the developer programmed it to do. Large language models are advanced reasoning engines. Think of them as your chief of staff. When you stop treating AI as a chatbot and start treating it as a collaborative partner, feeding it your real voice, your brokerage splits, your commission structures, and local compliance rules, it begins to reason, learn, and execute complex business logic all on your behalf. Let me share a critical lesson from my past in law enforcement. In a high-stress shooting scenario, the average trained officer only has a 30% hit rate. That's under pressure, under life or death stress. The body's natural adrenaline takes over, fine motor skills start to degrade, tunnel vision sets in, you get audio exclusion, and you miss 70% of your shots on average. And that's why. And these are close ranges within 7 feet. Why is that? Well, because you're winging it under extreme stress. Contrast that with a specialized tactical shooter who can drive a nail into concrete with a pistol from 15 yards away, hitting it perfectly every shot. They don't have different DNA. They just don't rely on hope. They rely on precision equipment, strict mechanics, and repeatable processes. In real estate, when you don't have consistent systems, you're operating at a 30% hit rate. You're winging listing appointments, neglecting your CRM, and praying that the phone rings. We're here today to replace hope with 100% precision mechanics. So let's put this into practice with a highly functional local playbook. Imagine you have a database of 10,000 inactive contacts. These are past leads or old address directories collecting dust in your CRM. Trying to prospect this list manually is a nightmare. You sit there making random alphabetical phone calls. Instead, we run this list through an automated secure data pipeline. First, we're going to ingest the messy records into your secure local workspace. Second, we instruct the large language model to cluster the records by Santa Clarita track codes, neighborhoods, and individual street names. Third, we compare that cluster list against the MLS activity. Within 10 minutes, the AI flags the exact zip codes with the lowest active inventory, but the highest turnover rates. Filtering for homeowners who have owned their property for 7 to 12 years and hold massive equity. You walk onto their front porch, not only as a salesman begging for a listing, not as that, but as a local data authority delivering a custom equity report before they even ask. That's how a single agent in my circle secured an off-market listing that resulted in $24,000 commission in under 10 minutes of prep. Now, I know some of you are thinking, well, Connor, I'm a people person. I don't want to look at spreadsheets. I hate cold calling. Fantastic. Double down on your human skills. Host highly active open houses. Run charity events. Be active in your neighborhood. But you must use AI as a digital net to capture every physical interaction. Set up a simple, elegant open house landing page to capture visitor check-ins. Once they register, your automated workflow takes over, immediately sending highly personalized, non-generic follow-up texts and emails that are written in your voice before they even leave. Relationship leverage keeps you top of mind without manual follow-up schedules. Furthermore, you must prepare for the massive shift in how consumers search. Buyers and sellers are no longer just typing keywords into Google. 82% of Americans are using AI conversationally to search and to look up real estate data. They ask who is the best real estate agent for luxury properties or downsizing in Santa Clarita. To ensure ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini recommend your name, you need AI engine optimization. You must establish perfect entity consistency. Exact same name, brokerage, Yelp profile, Zillow, reviews, and phone numbers everywhere. If the machine detects noise or inconsistent details, it's going to skip your brand entirely because conversational engines only recommend 5 names. If you're skipped, you're digitally invisible. How do we build this system without being a software engineer? You build your AI employee. An AI employee requires 4 key elements: context, memory, tools, and skills. First, all the context files. This is your AI's onboarding document. It contains your professional biography, your brokerage structures, your local splits, your beginning agreement with your brokerage, neighborhood profiles, strict fair housing compliance parameters. You write this once and it carries into every conversation. Heck, you can even speak it into existence. That's what I do. Second is going to be memory. The model is going to learn your style, client list, and preferences over time. Third are going to be the tools. We connect the model to Gmail, Google Calendar, and your CRM, whether it's Sierra, Lofty, Follow-Up Boss, a system I have, or whichever other it might be, Wolf Technologies, and so on. Fourth are going to be skills. These are standardized, repeatable procedures, like an open house follow-up sequence, saved as a recipe card so that the AI follows a rigid step-by-step framework every single time. Now, to start, you don't need code. Open up ChatGPT in voice mode or your favorite LLM, hit record, and interview yourself. Say, I'm a listing-focused agent in Santa Clarita with Sync Brokerage. License 0123-48257, and my average sales price is $850,000. Let the machine transcribe your voice, clean up the data, and write its own executive onboarding files. Stop typing generic text. Teach the engine to speak, negotiate, and write in your exact conversational tone. To get elite results, we must stop treating AI like an unpaid intern and start treating it like a chief of staff. You're the boss, but you have these components of AI to help you through your processes. This requires outcome-driven prompting. Now look at these various slides, and I'm presenting these. Most agents use level 1 prompts. They write an email about why someone should sell their home in Santa Clarita right now. The result is a bloated, formal, cliche-riddled letter filled with generic filler words that immediately get discarded. Instead, we use the level 2 outcome-driven prompts. We declare our ultimate objective first. My goal is to close 100 listings in Santa Clarita. Here is my database, comps, and brand file. Analyze regional turnover rates. Draft a direct, neighborly equity update email, and outline the exact outspeech workflow to secure appointments. When you declare your high-level business goals first, the AI aligns its advanced reasoning models behind your targets, giving you a customized action plan, target lists, and surgical high-performing copy. As real estate professionals, our biggest threat isn't market shifts or interest rates, it's shiny object syndrome. We go to mega camps, we walk through vendor halls, we buy every software product, dialer, and database tool sold to us, and we end up paying for a dozen subscriptions that accumulate digital dust, running 47 half-baked marketing campaigns that generate 0 actual closings, and spending $1,000 a month on software and overseas virtual assistants. Your AI partner should be your primary blocker. I want you to instruct your large language model, and I'm currently implementing my Santa Clarita listing-based system. If I try to bring you a new marketing idea, watch a random tutorial, or start a different project, you are instructed to check my current progress and push back hard and tell me no until this system is 100% live. Dedicate your saved time to making 5 high-value human connections daily. Hard work fails without a precise system to direct it. So let the AI enforce and execute guardrails you need to actually execute and finish what's in front of you. I don't want you leaving this room feeling overwhelmed, so don't try to build this entire system tonight. But here's your simple, highly practical 3-step launch blueprint to execute as soon as you get home. So step 1 is going to be to set up your base. Secure your advanced reasoning workspace by getting a paid $20 a month ChatGPT Plus or Claude Pro account. Avoid basic free default accounts that lack personal project memory and processing power. Step number 2, upload your business context. You're going to have to build your AI's reference encyclopedia, so interview yourself on your phone's voice mode. Transcribe it and upload your professional biography, commission details, brokerage policies, and Santa Clarita neighborhood tract guides from the local MLS. Step 1, step 2, and then step 3, connect your primary tools, link your calendar, email inbox, and CRM safely through whatever connector, and we can talk about whatever connector you have access to, Zapier or some kind of native integration connector. Well, you want the AI in your CRM to be a part of that process. So start with one simple task, and that's going to be automating new lead categorization and follow-up alerts. Once you complete these 3 steps, your back office machine is live and ready to support you. So let's be absolutely clear. AI is never going to replace real estate agents, but AI-powered agents will replace those who refuse to adapt. Real estate is and always has been a relationship business. An algorithm cannot look a terrified client in the eye at 11 o'clock at night and say, I know you're stressed, but I'm standing right here beside you and I will protect your family's equity. No funding round is large enough to buy your integrity, your neighborhood trust, your personal relationships. So let the machine handle the administrative noise. Let the AI analyze contracts for contingency dates, collate your hyper-local comparative market analysis comps, draft your listing copy, and triage your email inbox. Delegate the paperwork to a software so you can free up your human intelligence to do what you do best. Sit at the kitchen table, shake hands, build trust, and protect your clients. Now, for those of you that want to take this to the absolute bleeding edge, I want to introduce you to the next major evolution in real estate automation. These are known as coordinated agentic squads. Most agents make a fatal mistake when they start scaling up their systems. They try to build one single mega agent that handles everything: contracts, cold calling, social media. And what ends up happening is the AI gets confused. It suffers from context rot. It fumbles client details and makes costly errors. The wealthy and successful operators don't do it this way. They build a virtual boardroom. At the top is going to sit your orchestrator agent or your digital CEO. This is the only agent you actually talk to. Shoot a quick voice note on your orchestrator, or Telegram, or WhatsApp while you're driving to a listing appointment. Hey, I just signed the listing contract for 123 Skyline Road. Here are the details. Your orchestrator doesn't try to do the work. It coordinates the boardroom. It spins up Vega, your transaction coordinator agent, who reads the contract PDF. It extracts the earnest money deposit deadlines, updates your calendar, and sets up client files. It then wakes up Nova, your marketing assistant, telling her to grab the listing photos while write highly localized descriptions and schedule the social media launch. And then it alerts Sarah, your AI inside voice agent. Now, feeding her property details so that she's prepped to answer incoming buyer phone calls and book showing appointments 24/7. You don't need to spend $50,000 a year on a human to learn to run this. You can build this entire collaborative ecosystem virtually in N8N using drag and drop AI agent nodes or local first on a dedicated $600 Mac Mini like OpenClaw, using those self-hosted frameworks, OpenClaw or Hermes agent. Now remember the strict compliance rule under the principle of least privilege. Your marketing sub-agents don't need access to your bank accounts, and your voice assistants don't need access to an entire email history. Limit their access. Enforce human checkpoints before any message goes to a client, and let these agentic squads handle the low-yield admin tasks so you can focus on high-yield client relationships. Building these systems can feel like a massive mountain to climb on your own, especially when you're busy managing active escrows, writing contracts, showing properties. You don't have time to sit behind a computer screen for 40 hours troubleshooting API keys, connecting webhooks, or writing custom prompt files. So let me handle the build out for you when you're ready. You can go to my website, SantaClaritaArtificialIntelligence.com, and book a completely free, zero pressure, 15-minute Zoom business audit. You can call me directly on my cell, 661-400-1720. We'll look at your current CRM, the tools that you have in place, identify your biggest operational bottleneck, and hand you a custom step-by-step automation blueprint. If you are concerned about your client's data privacy, we can sign secure non-disclosure agreements together. I'll protect your information completely. I run this business. I use these automated systems in my own practice, and I'm here to help you succeed. So let's stop typing useless prompts. Let's start building real estate business systems. Let's go out there and dominate our local markets. Thank you very much. I'm Connor with Honor at SantaClaritaArtificialIntelligence.com. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.